betrayers approach. We have no time to waste with mortal nonsense. Warriors of Mirror, stand fast against Mor's minions! The Staff of Many Paths was never meant for mortal hands.
We are at a crossroads and must choose our path wisely.
The devastated area is spawning dangerous beasts. Someone needs to answer for all this.
Overwhelm our foes! Hermaeus Moore cannot save you now!
Welcome to Game Night. Hopefully you guys are having a really fun night here as things are You ever act like you're goofy sometimes? Hopefully you're enjoying the new chapter that has come in called Goldwood. Here tonight's game is Forks versus Port Angeles. That's going to be a tough game for Forks, as Forks is a young team coming in. Are you guys ready for the game? Happy Turdos in Elder Scrolls. The day is known as in the local time here as in Tuesday, and in other places it's known as Wednesday. In the Elder Scrolls Tamrielic literature, we know the day as Turdos. Or you might think of it as Turdos, as maybe a Thursday, but it's Turdos. Turdos. Turtus. Turtus? Not tortoise. Turtus. This is a really good night here as we're preparing for the upcoming summer sale. As you might have started to notice the summer sale coming in, we have about a day and a half going on the 27th of June. That's coming up 10 o'clock a.m. is what I believe is the time. I'm not sure if it's Eastern Dead Time or if it's over in the Pacific time zone. You might want to check that out as we have the time here. I am going to put the summer sale countdown timer on for you guys. We have a day and 14 hours and 46 minutes and 45 seconds going for the summer sale going on. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your game night. I'm going to get the calendar back on here for you guys to see. Once again, happy Turdos. And if you haven't gotten your Elder Scrolls calendar yet, you can go into elderscrollswiki.net to find your calendar and follow along with some notes and monthly scroll notes. It's a great thing to get involved with Elder Scrolls in the calendar. Gets you more involved. It's a pretty sweet thing. Hopefully you're having a great night. We're going to get into the 6th version here. That's premature. It's premature before the game has even been released. So this is some tough study that's going on. Some of this stuff. How are we going to be able to get Sllocsredle over into Cyrodiil? That's a lot of study and a lot of work to do. This is going to take a lot of people coming in. I've been praying that there will be over 11 billion Elder Scrolls players available to make this happen. This can happen. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your game night. Get your calendar if you haven't. Once again, that's on elderscrollswiki.net. Hopefully you're having a good night. I will be right back. Just got back here. Hopefully, you guys are having a great night. As I'm praying that you guys are intelligent enough to go into a place that you're supposed to go into, and not go into a place. If you're not going into Tumblr or Wikipedia, as in if you cannot write in certain places, don't write in places you're not supposed to. So I'm explaining here right over. This is a happy Turdos. It's a Tuesday for some and Wednesday for some. Get your calendar over in the place I'm going to show you here really quick on the website, elderscrollswiki.net. It's right over here. As you see this, I'm just going to explain this really quick. You can't literally write in the site right now. Now there are some. If you had the email and the password, you would be able to go in and you would be able to write. And so I'm just using this as an example template for you guys to understand where you can write over in places like Tumblr and Wikipedia. This is going to help us get over 1 billion. Let's see here. What am I trying to say? Over 11 billion Elder Scrolls players. So right over here is Elder Scrolls Wiki, which will lead you guys over into Wikipedia. Wikipedia is connected to Tumblr, and so we have to do a couple little different things of what I'm talking about. It's really easy to write in Tumblr. If you're not a Tumblr user and you're not in any other internet, now is the time to create yourself an account in Tumblr. It's easy to create yourself a Tumblr account. If you are a Tumblr account user already, please write in Tumblr here right now, as I'm about to show you guys. This is kind of what the linking process with Elder Scrolls involves, going over into like Wikipedia and Tumblr. Now I'm going to explain over in Tumblr the importance for you guys to write in Tumblr. This will lead you guys over into the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr, in which I want you guys to press the follow button over in the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr, which we will be able to have a recorded number of over 11 billion Elder Scrolls players. At the recorded information, I think there's about 22 million Elder Scrolls players. There's a lot more players than that. As the months go by, as the days go by, just like tonight, there's more people that are creating accounts. And in order for us to have recorded information, we need you guys to write in certain places. And the first step is you guys going over into Tumblr Elder Scrolls Online. I know that's a lot of information to take in, as I'm talking kind of fast, but I'm trying to communicate in a slow fashion to where you guys actually understand what is going on, to where those in Wikipedia that write professionally in Wikipedia can write the correct numbers. They know the information is true, and we can know that the information on the internet is true, and in fact we have those numbers. So what I'm talking about here is you guys getting into Tumblr and making sure you have a Tumblr account. If you don't have a Tumblr account already, getting in there and pressing the follow button, that's the important thing. As I'm talking about this right now, please have your Tumblr account ready to where you can post a message. The place that I'm going to show you guys over in Tumblr here in a short while is a very small place, but it's an important branch to where we can branch out and we can get to those larger areas, such as the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. The small group that we're in, we're not going to be able to communicate to each and every person. And so what we're going to want is we're going to want to see the written recorded information in Tumblr. Just a mere 4 million users is not going to do what is being asked. What I'm asking you guys to do is press the follow button in Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr, I know that's been kind of a hard thing, and you might have been chuckling or laughing over what's going on, but what I'm talking about is pressing the follow button in Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. That's the important stuff. I'm going to go over the site here really quick in ElderScrollsWiki.net. This is the place where you can find your calendar that I've been talking about over here in ElderScrollsWiki.net. Just by clicking on the button is very simple to where you can find the Elder Scrolls calendar. The Elder Scrolls calendar is helpful for remembering the important dates throughout the month that will turn over throughout the years with written documentation in the calendar of a celebration, event, or daily login to your game with the calendar as a guide. So in essence, this is our guide both in Tumblr and Wikipedia. You see what I'm saying? We can write notes down throughout the entire month, whatever month it is in Tamrielic. As you can see, I've written in here earlier in the calendar as the day is Turdos. This is an important step for you guys to understand that this will lead you guys over into Wikipedia if you do go on the site, or if you have gone into the site before, if you're going into the site here tonight. The important thing here to understand with the calendar, this is a relationship between Tumblr and Wikipedia to where we have the correct information, written documentation. That's going to save our lives. That's the important thing of what I'm talking about. So please get yourself a calendar if you have not gotten a calendar already. You can copy it and you can print it out. You can do multiple things with the calendar. This is going to help you guys out tremendously throughout the years to where we will have over 11 billion Elder Scrolls players. That's the goal. And the current event that is going on right now in Elder Scrolls Online is the unrefusable offer. There's many players that are going in there right now that are in the game event. We have about 6 days left of the event, and the correlation of the event that's going on is the upcoming summer sale in Steam for some of the different games that you might have seen previously. And if you're not going to buy a game while the summer sale goes on, make sure that you keep on playing Elder Scrolls, whether it's Elder Scrolls Online or whether it's an offline Elder Scrolls game series. The more important thing of what I'm explaining for you guys getting involved in Elder Scrolls Online is for the purpose of having written documentation online. It's an important thing for both Tumblr and Wikipedia to have written documentation that you are authorized players is what I'm talking about. If you're not paying a monthly fee, there's no way. You might say that you're playing an Elder Scrolls game offline. Is there written documentation that you've actually paid for the system? If you've paid with a bank card, it's easy to give one single receipt. If you've paid with a credit card, you have to show 2 receipts in order to show that you've actually paid and show that you're approved. This is a big, complex thing. And so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make this less complex and a little bit easier for you guys to understand how much easier it is with you guys having the Elder Scrolls calendar with you. It's kind of like a little baby where you can write down the information and count down the days. That's a great thing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch over to Tumblr to where we can start gearing towards the I don't know what I'm saying now. Gearing towards getting you guys into Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. I'm going to switch over here to Tumblr right now. I think Tumblr's on. I'm going to look here to see. Do you guys see it on the screen? Yep, that is right there. This is right here of what's called on the page of the Lost Chronicles. This is a smaller part of Elder Scrolls and an important part for Elder Scrolls, leading you guys over into Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. Right now, there's only 8 people in the Lost Chronicles Tumblr. I'm just going to go over to who the followers are. I'm gonna just show this right here. The 8 followers. Well, obviously there's the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr that you see there. That's for everyone. That's the place that you guys will want to press the follow button. And thank you guys so much that are in the I guess the following or the account of here in Tumblr. This is an important thing to understand. All these people are important and have something to contribute in Elder Scrolls. They might not specifically be involved with Elder Scrolls specifically, but they're there to help you guys and to lead you over into the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. That's an important thing to getting you guys over and having the goal 11 billion players having pressed the follow button in the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. That's an important thing of what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you guys here really quick. I'm just going to create a real quick message here in the Lost Chronicles Tumblr. I'm just going to hear, this is so much fun writing messages. Hopefully the message can be communicated and led over to the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. A goal of 11 of, let's see, at least 11 million people pressing the follow button. Okay, so I'll just leave it like that because there can be a lot more information, and there will be a lot more information written in here. So I'm just gonna put some tags on here, and I'm not sure exactly how the tags, how they reflect or how they contribute, but the tags actually they're this is a good thing with Tumblr. So I'm just gonna write in Elder Scrolls Sllocsredle community and somehow that gets the information in, and there's in 3 parts of what that is in a message. Going further on putting tags, that is some study that's going to have to be done here a little bit later. Those of you guys that do have a Tumblr account, you can press the follow button over here on the Lost Chronicles, but what I really want you guys to do is press the follow button right in here in the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. This is the only Tumblr that we have for the Elder Scrolls Online. This is the only information that the company has to where we can communicate different parts of Elder Scrolls Online or the offline series for Elder Scrolls. This is the most important thing for you guys to understand, to press the follow button. That's what I'm explaining. This is going to save your life. That's the important thing of what I'm actually talking about. You need to press the follow button, and you need to not mimic as I'm talking. So what you have to do is you have to press the follow button in the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. It's right here for you guys. I'm going to take a quick break. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your night. I will be right back. Hopefully things are going well. I'm not going to look at whether this is the follow button is being pressed, but I need you guys to press the follow button if you have not pressed the follow button on the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. It's an important thing. Get this done and over with to where we can see the recorded information. That's a lot of people. I don't think Tumblr has ever seen over 1 billion people actually like pressing the follow button, but that is possible. The possible thing has been done through Steam here last night, where there is a little under 11 billion people the availability to actually press the playtest button in Skype Living. That's an important thing for you guys to understand in Elder Scrolls Online, as it's a small community. It's a lot smaller than you thought, and it's a lot larger scale than you would have ever thought. And this is where the place is where you need to press the follow button. I know it's a hard thing if you understand and you can't move your arm, get your arms and fingers moving and pressing the follow button. This is the last step. So press the follow button. There's a lot of people. I know you are listening, and I know you can press that follow button. When you press that follow button, there's going to be a lot more activity, and you're going to be able to do a lot more. You know, there's a lot of people out in the cities where they're saying there's nothing to do. Well, yeah, there's a lot of things to do. And you got to press that follow button in order for those things to happen. There's a lot of things we can do in Elder Scrolls. A lot of things we can do to get saved. That's the most important thing in getting saved. And so pressing that follow button, that's going to help you get saved. The night is the night. And many more nights talking what this all entails. Going into all of the recorded information in Elder Scrolls Online, you look at how many followers there are. Like, there's not 500,000 followers in Reddit. Oh, but there's 2 Reddits that have Elder Scrolls Online. So you guys got to kind of look at that. And there is writing available for you guys in Reddit. And there is writing available for you guys to write over in Tumblr. So if you have nothing better to do, get your Tumblr account set up. Get your Tumblr account working right now. Post that message. Get on your account. Start typing the messages. Those guys over in the Lost Chronicles probably like, I can't even write. It's a horror. It's a horror story. There is one person in there that is truly a horror-full person, and I can't even imagine how those horror movies are actually made. But I do know there's some good horror stories in the Elder Scrolls that will help bring to life for you, that will help you learn that what? This is what this is here for. Press the follow button. You don't just want to look at a picture. You want to actually press the follow button. Having an account, I'm kind of talking like for the whole here. Like, if you haven't got an account, you really can't press the follow button. And what I'm explaining, when you guys press the follow button, that's going to give you guys the in on actually being able to one day type some messages in ElderScrollsOnline.com. This is a direct reflection for ElderScrollsOnline.com. This is the last step before getting into ElderScrollsOnline.com. That's a hard thing to do, to write in ElderScrollsOnline.com in the forums section. If you've ever wrote in there before and then you've had some like mix-ups, you know what I'm talking about. It's harder than heck to actually write. And The first step here for you guys, and for better writing, is over on the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. This is going to help you guys understand the system 10 times. So right over here, you can't trust all the information that you see that has come in. Before we had just one blog, and now we have a couple of blogs to look at. However, are these related to Elder Scrolls? That's not known. We could relate all of these different blogs to Elder Scrolls. However, are these blogs gonna notice anything about Elder Scrolls? Now, for some people that have accounts, if they don't see anything about a certain subject, they're not going to write about something, or they're not going to press a button. And so what I'm explaining to you guys that are into Elder Scrolls or are looking to get into Elder Scrolls, press the follow button. That's gonna not only help me, but it's gonna help out other people as well. So this is kind of a different kind of game night where you're just not watching me play the game. This is the real game to where we actually get saved. So please press the follow button as I'm talking right now. Get your account pulled up if you have not gotten your account pulled up. I know it's kind of tough when you just come in late. And this is the purpose of when you press that follow button, there's going to be a lot of relief. You're like, is it going through? Is that going through? Is that follow going through? Is that button working? Is that button working? When you press the follow button and then that gets recorded, that's when the relief comes in, when you know that has gone through. That's the important thing to understand. Now, understanding is kind of just like we're not understanding, like, what is that button there? It looks like a cross. What are those 3 periods? I don't know what those 3 periods are. Well, I know women have periods. Do you think a man has ever had a period? Oh, now that's something else to think about. You're like, what kind of period are you having? Are you pregnant? Oh, you think that's funny? Well, press the follow button and it will get a lot better. Blogs like this one, the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr, at the Elder Scrolls Online. You might have thought, hey, we're in the patch notes. Like, we're in 10.0.5. Lo and behold, we're in patch version 10.0.6. And there's probably going to be a lot more patches as the time goes. Is there another patch version that has come in? That is unknown. But more like this: first DLC, second DLC review of third DLC. What is that blue thing called follow? Well, that's the thing you want to do, is you want to send your mouse over to the follow and press the button. You click on the button. It's kind of like a click or a following. You click on the button, you become a part of the following. That's a beautiful thing when you're connected to other people that are around you and maybe not around you, but you're still connected once you press that follow button. There's many things that are available in the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. You just don't see it yet. The pictures will change over time. This is the current picture that's being presented for Elder Scrolls Online in Facebook, X, and Tumblr. This is an important thing for you guys to understand, that we're all connected in Facebook, X, and Tumblr. It's an important thing for you guys to press the follow button, whether you're from Reddit, Discord, Facebook, X, or any other site for that matter. It's time to press the follow button. I know it's a difficult thing. You might have pressed the follow button. You're like, I've just pressed the follow button, but it didn't go through. Now it's time to press the follow button. You think I'm just talking out of my butt, but I'm talking out of my mouth. So what does it say here over in the picture here, where the depicted character Athalia is? It says here, blood and gore, sexual themes, use of alcohol, violence. The little sideways M is meant for mature, and what those things are is that's just the purpose for to give parents warning, or a person that is of age a warning sign for what's might come. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully you're kind of understanding what I'm saying. Maybe you're thinking, well, now you are thinking. You are in one of those gems that really is floating around. You're not even thinking about the depicted character, Athalia. You're thinking about yourself inside that glass shard. That's you in that glass shard. You are one of the 11 billion people that are seeing this right now. Have you ever thought about that? How many people are actually watching? You don't know how many people are actually watching a specific thing. The big place called the FCC doesn't actually know how many people are actually watching. There are certain things we can pinpoint, like kind of a calculated reporting of how many people are watching, and that takes communication. What I'm talking about is people ask people if they were watching a certain something at a certain time, and then they record that information down to record that information to give information. That's an important thing to understand. That's an awesome thing. Thinking of that you are one of those people that are in the glass shard. So this is a good time to where are you in one of those glass shards? Are you right here? Are you right here? Are you right here? Are you right there? Are you right there? Well, you probably want to be in the circle. You see what I'm saying? You really don't want to be on the outside. We're talking about like glass shards. When I'm talking about glass shards, we want to be in the middle. You see what I'm saying? On the inside of the circle of shards, we're not going to specifically be inside of the circle. We're going to be all in the circle of the glass shards. You see what I'm saying? We want to actually move to the glass shards. See what I'm saying? If we don't have a connection, we're not connected. Right here, of the depicted picture here of the connection, right here, we're not physically connected. However, we are mentally connected. You see what I'm saying with the little wire connections here? It's showing a connection to where we can actually communicate with each other on what's called a wire or a line. It's an important thing to understand that the color is important in the world, to where your eyes see the color, and with that's a great thing. You press the follow button in the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. That's going to show you that you have a connection with the actual circle of people that are already playing Elder Scrolls or are connected to Elder Scrolls. It's an important thing for us to be connected online, to where we can be connected to each other, whether we are physically connected to each other or whether we are separate connected with each other. Hopefully you're understanding the importance of you being connected with me. It's an important thing for you to press the follow button, because that's going to show a miniature connection with me. When you press the follow button, that's going to bring you into the circle. That's the whole purpose of bringing you into the circle, so you can be connected, even though you might not be physically connected with me. I would love if you were physically connected with me. That would be an awesome thing. It's kind of like when people, when they go and lay hands on a person, they're connecting with a person. If you've never had hands laid on you before to get connected, this is an important step for you to understand. By laying your hands down on the follow button, that's going to actually connect you to where Acts of the Apostles is fulfilled. With the word just coming in here recently with Pentecost, it's an important thing to understand these little wire connections. It's the Holy Spirit that is actually connecting us not only with our tongues, but with our other body parts. That's what I'm talking about with the connections with you guys. The important part of you guys actually pressing the follow button by hearing me or by seeing me and hearing me through the screen. There's no human that is right next to me right now. I'm just talking to you guys on a screen and explaining that the follow button has to be pressed. There has to be over 11 billion people that have had to have pressed the follow button and have the follow button recorded in order for the message to truly be fulfilled. That's the important thing for you guys to understand, that the Acts of Apostles has to truly be understood in order for the message to truly be understood. If you guys are enjoying your game night, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to take a quick break. Hopefully you're having a good game night. Just got back. Um, this is what needs to happen is the sorry. So just press the follow button. What I'm explaining is what I want one person to do. Okay, just remember. Now we're at another person. Communicate to the other person and ask them if they see more people. If they ask them how many people you see following in the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. After you communicate to that person, if you have not pressed the follow button in the Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr, press the follow button. That'll make more sense. I just got back. I know it's just like a couple minutes ago. What I'm explaining here is how important this picture is. This picture is one of the most important pictures in the world. You're in the picture there. You're in the screen. You're in the screen. Whether you're right here, whether you're right here, whether you're right here. There's all sorts of people that are connected to each other. There's a whole lot of people that can press the follow button. Now's the time to press the follow button, as sometimes people do not have the ability to press the follow button. Hopefully that's more understandable. Like some people, they look at people like, you can't even press a follow button. Like, no, I can't press the follow button because I'm not connected. I can't press the follow button. And then it takes like one or two people just to press the follow button for someone. This will get better. This is going to take some time to actually being able to physically move over into the circle. That's the purpose of this picture, is moving you guys into the circle, where you're not in the circle yet, but you're traveling by the communications that are being spoken to you. I'm hoping you guys can understand that by your depiction of where you are currently in the picture, as you see the moving object in the picture here. You're right here, when you're moving, kind of like in a roller coaster of life, to where you can move to the road that you're getting to or you're trying to. People always move on a road, and you're getting to that road whether it's for the better or the worse. Hopefully, it's getting better for you. And so, what I'm explaining here, so you can get better, is by pressing the follow button. That'll help you down the road of the path of life. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying your game night. I'm going to off the screen. Press the follow button if you haven't pressed the follow button. That's what I'm talking about here tonight, is getting the follow button pressed and communicating with each other on what that means. There's all sorts of things that are involved when something has to be done. This is a great night to discuss the importance of Elder Scrolls Online and also the other facets of Elder Scrolls. There's all sorts of things that are involved with Elder Scrolls, and there's many people that love Elder Scrolls and want to share more information about Elder Scrolls. It's an awesome thing to be part of Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls is going to save your life, as it's saved my life. I'm trying to explain this right now on the different pictures that I've seen throughout the years. This is really going to help you guys understand to where you'll be able to be better connected. You'll be able to have a better life by understanding the dictation of this picture that you see in here. It's going to connect you with the people that you're supposed to be connected with, whether you know it or not. I'll be right back. Tonight is the night for the follow button game to begin. This is not a fun game, pressing the follow button. Comes out of my mouth, and then what goes out of the hand? Where are you going to put your hand? There are going to be multiple things I'm thinking. I don't want to think some of those things. So I'm going to press the follow button. How are you going to press the follow button if you can't press the follow button if you're just watching off of another person's device? If you don't have a device, if you don't have the money to pay for a device, what if you're being a weirdo and you're pressing a button where you're not supposed to be pressing the button? The follow button gets a little bit more stricter to where you get restricted more. You don't want to get into the full law of the follow button game. You want to press the follow button in Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. You'll have your mouth will open, your jaw will drop. But you that understand, you have to press the follow button. This is what happens when you don't listen when you were supposed to. Somebody takes your hand in which you don't want them to take your hand. They're either going to slam your hand to the ground or to a wall, or they're going to start smacking your hand, or you'll start backhanding your hand on your face or the other person. The follow game button right now currently is not fun, and what I'm expecting is for you to press the follow button in Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. I know it's not a fun game. Get to pressing the follow button, and that'll save your life. I'll be right back. I just got back. Press the follow button in Elder Scrolls Online Tumblr. If you have not done so already, press the follow button. I don't wish anybody to have the full law put on them. That's what's going to have to happen. Somebody's going to take your arm. Ow. Not a wow. We got another saying in Elder Scrolls Online. So that has to be thought up of right now. And that word is ESO. 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 Yes, you are now an ESO, and you will stay an ESO. You're going to actually be part of one of those class shards, and you will get connected. You might not know how to get connected now, but you're going to get connected. I know those wavelengths are far from you. You are far from getting connected, but I know you can get there. And there are people telling me that you're going to be able to be connected, even though I know you're crying right now. You're going to be able to be connected and you're going to be able to press that button. It's going to take a lot of prayers and a lot of screaming, a lot of thinking to do to press that follow button. That pressing that follow button is not so easy now. And so I'm explaining how easy it is. Press the follow button when you do have the time. So press the follow button and then you can consider yourself part of society. I'll be right back. This is so sweet. The time of Serena has left. And now the time of Athalia is coming soon. Oh yes, I didn't catch that before, but Athalia will not be creamed tonight. She might be creamed later by the staff of many. But she will not be creamed tonight. Oh yes, I know. In the new chapter, I know it. I know it. I know it. Always loses. Why does Athalia always get to carry the staff? We're meant to be held by mortal hands. And that's why you got to get ahead, Athalia. You can do it. You can press the follow button. I know you can. I know you can do it. Come on, get up. Oh, there's a connection wavelength. I know it, Elia. I know it. I just know it. You're gonna get that follow button pressed. I know it. I just know you can do it. There's the thing I'm playing. I'm the RAM. I got the RAM inside. I'm gonna ram that door right in. We get into that port. The RAM hasn't been working. Prepare the RAM. Prepare. Hasn't been working for us. The RAM must work. We're not in Colorado anymore. Not signing off from Washington just yet. Hopefully you're having a good night. I'll be right back. I got the RAM. They got the RAM. I got Frozen with me. Where'd the hat go in that cat? I saw a dancing cat earlier in the invisible offer. Make some apples. Thought about cooking some trod. But there was a slaughterfish there. Somewhere. I didn't know how I ended up in Belcarth. But Domas helped me out get over there. As I saw the scorpions being battled where the werewolf came out. It was scary. And that's when the Daggerfall Covenant covered the eyes of the Daggerfall Covenant kids to where they didn't see the werewolf and scare their minds out. As Port Angeles is going, they're running, they're running, they're running. They gave the baked apples. They are running past the Scorpions, and they are going past that weird man that's trying to supposedly guard that basket of the owl. They ran, they got away from the werewolf. They're going back. They are going back over Navarro, being safe away from the werewolf. Update on the battle last night with Redlia. She had to go through over 1,000 scorpions in the game. Then to get near the basket, there was a man that was sat down that looked like Salta Seal. It wasn't Salta Seal. Man got up and turned into something else. The terrors of Redlia's nightmares became true, where that man became a werewolf, and Redlia had to fight that werewolf. And that's why the Daggerfall Covenant covered kids' eyes for their own protection. As Redlia left victorious from her and the others defeating the werewolf, Urzilkin had something up Urzilkin's sleeve. And pulled a peach out of Urzilkin's paw. And that's how the werewolf slipped and fell. Such a beautiful story. Time to get into battle mode, soldier. You gotta fight that werewolf. You gotta show your friends what you're made of. Time to battle that werewolf. Time to get that quest completed. Time to enter into the unrefusable offer. I'm not in the game right now, but I can just see it. Can't you see it? It's like in the arena. Everyone's watching you, soldier. Everyone's watching you. Get ready to battle that werewolf. It's time to get your game on. Beat the werewolf. The werewolf is the toughest werewolf in all of ESO. And if you take that lightly, you're going to get your butt kicked every time. It's time to get into the arena. Beat that werewolf. Are you ready, soldiers? The Emperor will be watching you very carefully tonight. Those of you soldiers will be paid for. We're not in Windtown anymore. You have to fight that werewolf. As you're fighting that werewolf right now, how are you going to beat that werewolf when you encounter that werewolf? It's just not a werewolf. Where is the wolf? Anyone can see where the werewolf is. But does anyone know how to beat the werewolf. That is the question. Hopefully you have a good night. It is now time to prepare for the countdown and eat the werewolf. How are you going to beat the werewolf? Werewolf is unstoppable. You must prepare in your minor key in which you use. When is the next major steam cell? Do those in Syria understand? Do those in America understand? Do those in England understand? Do those in New Zealand understand? Do those in Australia understand? Do those in Japan understand? Do those in Korea understand what is coming in to the streets? The summer sale of 2024 on June 27th of this year, which is 2024, is coming up in your local time on the 27th of June of 2024 at 10 o'clock. Now, if you don't have the right time, you might think that's 10 o'clock p.m. Now, how are we going to know if that's in the morning or in the nighttime? Well, that's yet to be seen. We have a day, which is right here. It's in the 01. That's one day. That's in the day part. You're like, yeah, I can beat that werewolf in a day. And they're like, the guys are just like, you got over into the hour time frame. They're like, oh, thank goodness, I've got a couple of hours to beat that werewolf. Then another person's like, I can beat that werewolf right now. And little do they know, they have a couple of minutes left to get ready for the summer sale. Are you going to be ready for the summer sale? I want to be ready for the summer sale, and I want to watch those of you in the future beat that unstoppable werewolf, which is unstoppable right now. You gotta beat the werewolf right now so others can beat the werewolf. It's a tough match going up against that werewolf. You don't know what's gonna come out. He'd come out with his claws and it will give you a nightmare, which you don't want to have a nightmare. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to go through the quest. So you don't have to go through that quest ever again. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta get through. Gotta get through. You just gotta get through. It's the most important thing to understand, that we need written communication, that we understand. Hopefully you're understanding that with the summer cell and the relation of the summer cell and the werewolf. It is very terrifying. Hope you guys have had a good night. Bye-bye.
The other atrocities. We have no time to waste mortal nonsense. Warriors of Miram, stand fast against Mora's minions. The staff of many paths was never meant for mortal hands.
We are at a crossroads and must choose our path wisely.
The devastated area is spawning dangerous beasts. Someone needs to answer for all this.
Defend me, Miramul! Overwhelm all foes! Hermaeus Moore cannot save you now!